This is Pregame Discharge, the only video game show that gets it right, no matter the cost. God of War Ragnarok got a crab-tastic new trailer and finally a release date. The game comes out November 9th, which puts to bed the speculation that it had been delayed into next year, which was warranted considering it's been radio silent for a while. As for the trailer itself, it's all pre-rendered and shows a whole lot of nothing. Normally I'd say that's a red flag, but the last God of War was so careful not to spoil anything in the trailers to the point where the game honestly looked pretty fucking boring. Hopefully that's also the case here, but if you wanted to raise an eyebrow and tilt your head to the side, I mean, I wouldn't blame you. The Last of Us Part 1 got a big showcase of its features and technical improvements to prove it's more than just some new textures and some fancy lighting. I don't know that it really manages to do that, but the game looks great, and I mean that literally. It looks great. Still not sure it needs to exist, and it definitely doesn't seem like something that would be worth $60 to anybody that's already played it, but hey, it's a single player game. Give it a year, it'll be like $15. Bayonetta 3 dropped a new trailer, revealing that this time you can also play as Nero.
My name is Viola.
The bad guys are now Warframe-looking dudes called homunculuses. The game comes out October 28th and apparently will feature an optional mode which makes Bayonetta get less naked. I don't know who that's for, certainly not Bayonetta fans or people of culture like myself, but hey, optional's optional, even if it's blasphemy. Respawn Entertainment is hiring for a new single-player first-person shooter in the Apex Legends universe. If you're a Titanfall fan, I'm sure hearing the words Apex Legends universe made your left eye twitch a little, and I'm right there with you. Unless, of course, this is actually Titanfall 3, and this was a way to avoid spoiling that. Even if it's not, though, a single-player FPS game by Respawn is probably going to be sick with or without the giant robots. It's just, if you're going to not have the giant robots in this fucking thing, whatever you replace it with, I mean, it better be good. Hey, remember Skull and Bones, the Ubisoft Online pirate game? Well, that's still happening. As someone who was and kind of still is really into Sea of Thieves, this looks different. For the most part, it looks like you're only a guy when you're in the shop and stuff, and you sort of play as the boat. Me personally, don't want to be a boat. You might. If you do, that's cool. It's weird, but I'm not going to sit here and say you can't be one. The game comes out November 8th, which if you're keeping score is exactly one day before God of War. I'm sure the Skull and Bones sweep will destroy the reign of Kratos and boy. Skate 4 is just going to be called Skate and will be embracing a free-to-play model. As far as what will be locked behind microtransactions, the devs at Full Circle have said that their rules going in were no pay-to-win, no map areas locked behind paywalls, no paid loot boxes, and no paid gameplay advantages. So what we're most likely looking at is paid cosmetics, maybe emotes. Skate 3 had this thing where you could bind an emote to the D-pad, and as long as you were pressing on it, you would just keep doing it. So maybe some of those, but as long as I can fling myself off high places and flop around on the ground, I'll be happy. The game will have cross-play and cross-progression, and honestly for this, I think it could fit pretty well. E3 lives! That's right, E3 will return to the Los Angeles Convention Center in 2023 with its new partner, Red Poop. I'm sure I didn't read that wrong. I gotta say, for as much as I love making fun of E3, it's good to see it alive again. I mean, in a way, it never really died. We covered the totally not E3 last month, and there was still kind of a fucking lot going on. No word on if the presentations are still gonna be in the big convention center Thunderdomes or just live streamed, but I hope it's the former. I want my favorite shit shows back, damn it! They announced a new Kirby game called Kirby's Dream Buffet. It's a party game that looks very Fall Guys inspired, but it's about Kirby getting fat in like a prize pig winning a blue ribbon happy sort of way, not a he turned 30 and his metabolism slowed down depressing sort of way. Xbox is getting Discord integration. This isn't super exciting video game wise, but being able to pop open Discord and chat on your Xbox as opposed to like trying to balance your phone on your couch or laying on your back like a goblin so you can keep it on your chest, it's really a nice feature, especially as the line between console and PC blurs and crossplay becomes more of a thing. thing. And also worth noting, Sony actually invested and partnered with Discord last year. So it is kind of weird that Xbox got this first, but it'll also probably come to PlayStation at some point. There's new news about GTA 6. The game will reportedly take place in Miami and feature 2 playable protagonists. They're sort of a Bonnie and Clyde crime duo. One of them is GTA's first female protagonist, a Latina presumed spicy. The game was originally planned to have 4 cities, but that's since been scaled back to 1. Apparently this game has a lot more enterable buildings than before, but there are plans to add the other cities later down the line. As for release date, it looks like GTA 6 is still a while out. Over the last year, there's been a big push for studios to stop fucking their developers, both literally and figuratively. So Rockstar in particular have been adjusting their development cycle to avoid crunch, which is something they got yelled at for. Overall, in the long run, that's probably a good thing for everybody. Just means it might take a little bit longer. Also, news out of Rockstar themselves is that they're officially done with Red Dead 2, which has resulted in a lot of sad cowboys left looking for love on this old dusty road. Now, they're not shutting down the servers or anything like that, but whatever state the game is in right now is just gonna be what it is until it disappears into the night however many years from now. Which, to be fair, is how online games used to be. I mean, what is the expected life cycle on a service game? Is it ever allowed to be done? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I've been saying for a while that gamers are by far the most mentally healthy individuals on the planet. And finally, the science has caught up with me. In an Oxford study published in the Royal Society Open Science Journal that studied almost 40,000 gamers, it was found that gaming did not have a negative effect on mental health. Now, the study is by no means all-encompassing or totally conclusive, but it did find that no matter what type of game was being played or how long it was being played for, even if that number was increased, gamers were equally mentally healthy. In fact, it seems like the only thing that affected gamers' mental health negatively was when they felt like they were being pressured to play video games. Which, I mean, come on, pressured to play video games? What does that even mean? You've still got 25 levels to go on your battle pass. There's only 2 weeks left in this season. Have you done your daily challenges yet? There's a limited time event going on this weekend and there's a pretty cool hat in it, and if you don't get it now, it's gone forever. You get a bonus if you log in every day and play a match, and it's a streak, so if you break it goes away. Are you not logging in daily? What are you doing? I love what gaming has become. Hey, do you want to blow off some dicks? Oh, wait, that came out wrong. Tell your mom to go back in the living room. Kyle put pop punk music into laugh track over that totally hella tight 2000s burn. What I meant by that was there's gonna be a Robocop game and maybe you can shoot guys in the dick in it like in the movie. Oh, there's also gonna be a Terminator survival game. You can suck a dick and play that one too, I guess. And while we're on suckables, Lollipop Chainsaw is getting a full-blown remake. The original producer is involved, but neither Suda51, James Gunn, or Grasshopper Manufacture have anything to do with it. They came out on Twitter and were like, yeah, we're not mad about it or anything. We just don't have anything to do with it. So, you know, manage expectations how you will. The Dark Pictures anthology is getting a new dark picture called The Devil in Me, which will be about H.H. Holmes's murder castle, a kind of real thing that didn't really exist. Kind of like how Dracula was based on a real person, but he wasn't actually a vampire. He was just a normal guy who wouldn't take a bath. LeBron James is in Warner Brothers Multiversus. That's right, it's real. Look at it. I've never lied about an unfitting celebrity being included in a Smash Bros. Game, and I don't intend to start now. All you Space Jam 2 heads, rejoice! LeBron is here, and who knows? This may also kick open the door for other characters from the Space Jam 2. I think it was called the Serververse, such as slightly bigger CGI Don Cheadle and LeBron James's son, but he's an actor. As far as other characters coming to the game, Rick and Morty have been formally announced, and there was also recently a giant data mine leak that gave us a pretty good look at what might be in store. So who all's coming? Besides your mom, dude? Kyle! Play! Well, we got Gandalf and Legolas from Lord of the Rings, Godzilla, King Kong, Neo from The Matrix, Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, a bunch of DC Comics characters, the Joker, Static Shock, Poison Ivy, Black Adam, Nubia and Raven, the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz, Daenerys from Game of Thrones, Marvin the Martian, Gizmo from Gremlins, Emmett, which is the main guy from the Lego movie, Craig of the Creek, Ted Lasso. If this is a lie, who's it for? Also Samurai Jack and the Powerpuff Girls. That's not even counting the original leak of the game, and while there was some overlap, there were some missing too, notably Fred Flintstone, Johnny Bravo, Ben 10, Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, and Mad Max. It's possible those ones were just pushed back, although with the Harry Potter characters especially that have their rights tied up with the original creator, it's just as likely they've been scrapped for now. I mean, I can't imagine having the rights to Harry fucking Potter and just being like, that can wait for now. Here comes Gizmo. I don't know, maybe they would. Warner Brothers is fucking stupid sometimes. AnnaPurna Interactive did a live stream presentation featuring a bunch of trailers for their upcoming games. Some already announced, some new, some super early in development. I'm not gonna go through all of them. AnnaPurna makes a lot of solid artsy indie games, so one of them might be your particular flavor of beard oil. The big announcement to most people is gonna be The Lost Wild because it looks cool and has dinosaurs in it. Everybody loves those wacky dudes, those crazy guys. Hey, Dad, guess what? There's an unnecessarily expansive open world co-op fishing game called Call of the Wild, The Angler, coming out at the end of August. So if fish fear you, women want to be you, men want you, your rod is your instrument that connects you to the wilderness and the circle of life and death. A cold beer by your side as you engage in the struggle between man and bass. The sun beating down on the brim of your hat as you wipe sweat from your mustache. Bait on your line, you lie in wait on the perfect Sunday afternoon out on the water where wives dare not nag, and you'll be reeling in a big one. Anyway, here are the game releases for the month. I'm Lyle Rath, and this has been Pregame Discharge. Come back next time, and I'll let you drink from the cauldron of boiling gamer slime. It's the only nutrition a growing gamer needs, after all. And if you eat the worm, you get $5. Oh yeah, there's a worm in there. Whatever, drink it next time. Bye.